So welcome back, guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, Purina and Kibble stuff today. So apparently there's like a buzz going around on the internet, I guess, about how Purina Pro Plan and other Purina products are causing dogs to be sick, even though Purina states that they don't have any recalls or anything. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about Kibble because obviously we're always talking about food for our pets, right? And what's best for them. So I know Purina's had like a lot of hatred over the years. Like I even was against feeding my dogs Purina for the longest time. And it wasn't until, my original crew got to be seniors where I gave Purina another chance. And they did really well on Purina Pro Plan. Like that's what we did for them. And even Sully, I raised him on Purina Pro Plan and Merrick puppy food. Now I know a lot of people on this channel do feed Purina Pro Plan, or they feed, Purina One, products like that. Now I'm not saying like don't like stop feeding your dog that immediately, but the fact that there's like buzz going on around it, maybe just keep an eye on your dog and how they're doing. Like check for bad poops if they're lethargic, anything like that. But even with us, with the Purina Pro Plan, a while back, I started feeding open farm food instead because my girls were just refusing to eat the Purina Pro Plan. And even Sully was kind of looking at it kind of funny. And, Sully, he'll eat anything. But, so we went to open farm because they seemed to really enjoy that food. And we were doing open farm kibble for like the longest time. I even noticed, that those bags of Purina, the kibble was so dry. It was like way more dusty than it used to be. It didn't smell fresh, if that makes sense, Not that I'm always sniffing dog food, but, well, I kind of am. And I got to make sure I'm checking the quality for the babies, But, we were on open farm for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, my dog stopped eating that too. And even Sully stopped eating open farm, and he really loved that food. Like, he would, always jump in the bag for that food. But for some reason, they stopped eating that. And I did start noticing an extra strong fishy smell. And not that my dogs don't like fish, but there was something that smelled off about it. But we were on that for a couple months, actually more than a couple months. And I've been going through kibble after kibble, trying to find something for them to eat. And we finally went back to Merrick. And I've always suggested Merrick to people because it's always been a good brand. But one thing I noticed when they were back on the Merrick, even though they ate it perfectly fine, they were pooping really funny. Like I'm talking diarrhea stuff. And all of their coats, like all three, were super dry and brittle. And even Sully's tail, looked thinner. I'm like, I feel like he's losing hair on his tushy. So it's been like a real struggle finding like a kibble that works for us. And the thing about these companies now, like even Purina, they got bought out by, who did they get bought? I believe it's Nestle. So Nestle now owns a bunch of these, dog companies, and I don't know how the quality control is going with that. And I'm starting to wonder if that quality has gone down because of the buyout, because not that it always happens, but when other companies buy dog food companies, and I think even Origin, one of the best brands on the market or whatever, I think they're even got purchased by, don't quote me on this, I think they were purchased by Mars too. I'm not sure, but it's like all these companies are like taking up all these dog food companies. And companies don't necessarily need to tell you when they change their ingredient list. I mean, there were some products that I used for years, and all of a sudden I started noticing my dogs wouldn't eat them, or they were having issues, and I would, flip the back of the bag and it didn't look like anything changed. But then sometimes you did flip the back of the bag and the ingredients were different. And I know someone's going to say, well, just don't feed kibble. Well, I'm not anti-kibble. I always want to feed my dogs kibble because if the flu hits the fan, I want the kibble. I've said this before. I want them to, be able to eat a variety of foods. So in case something would happen, but, the cost of food's going up. So even home cooking for them is a struggle. So price and, and now worrying about quality of the food is definitely an issue. And, we've been struggling for months trying to find a kibble brand that they'll eat and that they seem to be doing well on. And, I've tried really cheap brands with them. I tried more expensive brands. The only brand that these three spoiled babies will eat right now is Origin. And that is a very expensive brand. Like, it doesn't last as long for the amount you get. Like, I could spend the same amount on, like, Purina Pro Plan and get twice the amount of food versus what comes in their like 22-pound bag or whatever. But that's what they're eating. Their coats are looking a lot better. And Sully's hair's coming back on his tail. So that's, you know, those are all good signs. And they're at least eating it. But I guess my point of bringing all this up is just because, you know, the companies aren't recalling the stuff, or they're not letting the consumers know that they've changed ingredients, that maybe watch what your dog's telling you. Because I never in my life thought I would ever see Sully like refuse food. Like, that boy eats it. He'll even eat romaine lettuce. Like, he loves food that much. He'll eat the healthy stuff, you know. And I'm not saying anything against Open Farm. I still think they're a really great company, but I don't think their refusal to eat Open Farm was due to them changing ingredients. I think it could be possibly like something in one of their ingredients is just off, and maybe they don't know about it yet, or it's changed and the dogs are just sensing that. I don't know. But I was really against using a lot of Purina products, and like I even used what is it? It's Purina Pro Plans, like they're probiotic, because the vet recommended it during that time when Sully was having all his issues, and it definitely seems to help, you know, the girls with tummy issues and stuff. But I'm starting to think that I need to find a different probiotic. Why are all these people here? Like, why? Like, I come out here for no distraction so I can talk about this stuff. And like, I'm totally distracted from all the talking and walking around my car in front of my car. Anyway, but yeah, it's really frustrating when a company like, you know, like Purina's, like, I feel like I've gone back and forth, like, with hating them, with, okay, I'm giving you another chance and you're doing good, to back to like, whoa, what's happening now again, you know? I mean, it doesn't matter like how high the quality, anything can get recalled when it comes to pet food. But I don't know, it's just frustrating because as pet parents, you want to feel like you're giving them the best, you know. And, you know, I can't even say like home cooked food is the best at this point anymore, because I've brought home stuff, vegetables and meat, and I've opened the packages and found weird stuff in it, or, you know, I've cut open vegetables and fruit and it's rotten on the inside. So it's like, I think there's a quality control issue everywhere. Like, go walk in front of my car again. But it's like, and I feel like I'm wasting my money on fresh food and kibble, and I'm just wasting my money in general, because like all of the food has just got issues anymore. Like, nothing tastes right to me. And like the fact that I cut open a pepper one day and it was just black inside, like mushy black, and the outside of it perfectly fine. Like, it looked like a good red pepper. Like, but anyway, I'm getting, I guess, probably a little bit off topic, you know, complaining about my bad grocery experiences lately. But I just kind of wanted to bring this up because I was seeing it on the internet, and just in case there's something, you know, with Purina, I wanted to let you guys know about it, you know, just to be on the lookout for it. And unfortunately, we always have to be on the lookout for everything these days when it comes to food, or at least it seems that way to me. I think this is why I hate recommending dog food to people, because things can change, ingredients can change, things can be contaminated, and I don't want to get blamed for suggesting a food, you know what I mean? But like, and I even see other YouTubers suggesting some brands, and when I look at the ingredients, it's like there's so much like quinoa and millet and peas, and not that that's like bad for dogs to eat, but there's so much different weird stuff in there, versus where I just want them to have mainly like meat and then add all the other things in there, you know. But yeah, and I have my own hatred towards some brands, but maybe not hatred, but I have, you know, Blue Buffalo rubs me the wrong way, because I had a lot of itchy itchy skin with diarrhea when I was on that brand with my original crew. And it also caused Silver to have bladder stones, that brand, because they had too much vitamin D, and they did not recall it. They didn't announce it to their consumers at the time that they accidentally put a bunch of vitamin D in, because it was at the same facility as where human food was being made. But and too much vitamin D in your dog's diet can actually cause bladder stones and other issues. But anyway, so I've got a weird thing with Blue Buffalo, and I won't use their products. But yeah, the pet food industry is just very interesting, and they don't make it easy. They just don't make it easy. And there's so many claim that this is like the best food and the best way for your dog. You know, the best feeding for your dog is definitely would be like home cooking, fresh foods. If you can find fresh foods that aren't moldy, you know, things like that. But I don't know. I just wanted to bring up this topic again because, you know, I think food and pet nutrition is definitely a conversation that needs to continuously happen. Because, again, we have to watch what the companies are doing. We have to keep an eye on things, you know, for our babies. But yeah, apparently some people are reporting that, you know, their dogs are dying eating Purina and getting very sick. And there's Facebook groups that are talking about it. So I haven't seen anything happen yet with it. But yeah, just wanted to, again, let you guys know about it. Probably already said that because I'm repeating myself and getting distracted because all these people, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's freaking cold outside. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well. And yeah, thoughts, comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.